Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. I just want to say, man, please like, subscribe, consider donating to the channel. And first and foremost, a good morning to you. Hey, look, somebody want to tell me what's going on with my boy Virgil Ortiz, who I think is probably one of the best, if not the guy who gives Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford a huge problem in the welterweight division. Someone tell me why he's suffering another setback. What is going on with Virgil Ortiz? Why is he becoming ill again? Now, I just came across, there's several articles out there, man. But there's one on boxingscene.com. You know, I like to go there a lot. But I look at, there's multiple articles floating around about this because this is breaking news, man. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz is the real deal. But I'm going to tell you right now, these illnesses, these medical challenges that he's been facing, that's the real deal too. So I'm gonna skim over the article, and then we're gonna talk about some things that you know, because out here in social media world, people always have something to say. Doesn't mean it's true. Some of these opinions are a bit crazy in my opinion, and then other ones I think are reasonably fair. So it just goes on to say that hey, another setback for a top welterweight. And that they learned that the whole Stanionis Virgil Ortiz regular welterweight title fight was postponed. Now, this is the second time, for those of you who don't know. The first time, look, it was Ortiz was forced to shut down training camp after suffering an illness. Okay, kind of like what's going on here. But I don't know what's really going on, but they know that it was earlier this week where the handlers actually disclosed that there's something going on with Ortiz. And it's been several months now where we've been waiting for this Ortiz and Stanionis fight. Now, I know Stanionis is pissed because Stanionis, he got paid, I think he got paid step-aside money once last year to let Spence and Ugas go forward. Then I don't know if he got paid step-aside money again when Spence and Crawford were supposed to fight. But I know Stanionis is the one who's basically been getting screwed. I mean, seriously, Stanionis should have been for Errol Spence. Probably going on like a year, coming up on like a year now. And that's horrible. Horrible. But anyway, man, this says that the development was learned earlier in the week and ultimately confirmed by the event handlers. It comes nearly 3 months after the attractive matchup was pushed off the original scheduled March 18th date when Stanionis was hospitalized and forced to undergo surgery for appendicitis. It says this time it's Ortiz who has to walk away, and he was the headliner because this was supposed to be taking place in Arlington, which is close to the area of Dallas where he's from. Now, it's I'm trying to see what they say here about what he was. Okay, so look, it says here he was pulled from the main event of a DAZN show last year, March 19th, when he was hospitalized for rhabdomyolysis. Probably pronounced that wrong. Just ahead of the fight for a week with England's Michael McKinnison in LA. The bout was rescheduled for August 13th and moved to the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, where Ortiz scored a 9th round knockout. It was the deepest he has been forced to go in a fight to date, though he still kept alive his knockout streak and punched his way into title contention following their WBA welterweight title eliminator. Now it talks about Stanionis, man, ready to get back out here and fight. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about Stanionis, Mantas Stanionis from Lithuania, okay, and he claimed a secondary WBA welterweight title over WTF. That fight could have gone either way, WTF and Stanionis. If you didn't see that fight, you like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, you like a brawl, you like an Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward style fight, you need to go check that fight out. That fight was crazy. Stanionis took a lot of damage. But at the end of the day, right, Ortiz lobbied for his mandatory title status to be enforced last September. The WBA offered a guarantee that negotiations would begin if Stanionis did not secure a voluntary defense by November 16th. To his credit, Stanionis was eager to bump with Ortiz once it became clear that he would not get a fight before the year's end. Now, their teams were able to reach a deal in time to avoid a December 12th purse bid. Speaking of purse bids, see, y'all hear anything about Crawford and that damn Alexis Rocha? No, you haven't, huh? But anyway, Golden Boy won the whole purse bid and everything for $2.3 million, and he secured the rights. Now, the thing is, that's a 70-30 split for Stanionis. So Stanionis was going to get, like 1.5, a little bit more than 1.5 million, and Ortiz was going to get like 500,000, a little bit under 600,000. But De La Hoya is going to put another few $100,000 on top of Ortiz's purse to get him closer to $1 million. But for now, when it comes to Virgil Ortiz, they're not really saying what the issue is. They're just saying it's an illness, right? And that's really unfortunate because no one knows what's going on. They said that there may be plans for Spence and Thurman to take place in May or June. Could be Crawford. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. But what I want to say is this: Virgil Ortiz, right? Now, first, let me just break it down the way I honestly see it. I honestly see it as the secret society working things behind the scenes. That's what I mean. I'm honest. Virgil Ortiz sick now. You got Crawford out there who hasn't reached a deal to fight Alexis Rocha. Nothing being said about Crawford being stripped of his WBO belt. That doesn't strike y'all odd. Rocha and Virgil Ortiz are Golden Boy fighters. Okay? We know these sanctioning bodies have a symbiotic relationship, right? Is Crawford fighting Spence? Are they reshuffling things now for him to fight Ortiz? We don't know. Now, the second thing is, right? Now, I'm not saying this happened, but I personally think it could be more of that. The second thing is, should Ortiz retire? If this man, if it's the weight loss that's killing him, right? Honestly, if it's the weight loss that's causing him to become ill, weeks before a fight, that needs to be looked at. Now, if it's not the weight loss, if it is, let me get up here. I want to make sure. I want to make sure if it's rhabdomyolysis, right? If that's what it is, well then he needs to figure out what the hell's going on. But the fact that this man keeps getting ill just ahead of a fight, I mean, for this 2 years in a row now, that's not good, right? So there may be something else going on, some underlying things that he really needs to sit back with a specialist and get a truly complete and a fully comprehensive medical physical evaluation, because that's bad medicine. Now, the other thing that's getting floated around, and I don't, again, this is just stuff that's being floated around. Hey, why is this man getting sick? What is he doing that's causing someone to get sick like this? You know what I mean? What's he doing? Now, I'm going to tell you right now. I normally see, because I watch a lot of stuff, documentaries since a young kid, and even now as a more mature male. Yo, man, when you got people out here, different things in their system, and they're trying to come off of it, sometimes the body doesn't cooperate. Now, I'm not saying he has anything in his system. I'm just saying, why is this man getting sick right before a fight? 2 fights now. You know what I mean? Now, I truly believe he's a clean fighter. But what exactly is going on with him? What could be in his system? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And see, they don't disclose that in this article. They just say he fell ill. And it just makes me wonder what the hell is going on with him. But I'll tell you what, I know he and his dad are close. His dad, trained him for the most part, man. His pops, he loves his son. But it may be time, if it's something that's just randomly happening with his health, it may be time to say, hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. I keep throwing you into these fights and sparring and training. We need to take you somewhere and keep asking the why. Whenever the doctor, the experts give him an answer, why? But why? By the 7th or 8th why, you probably get to the real reason why he's having these issues. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. So it's either they're trying to work, the sanctioning body is trying to work out a fight with him and maybe someone else, or he just really has this medical condition that they need to pinpoint what the hell is causing the problem. Could be weight loss that's affecting him as well, or could have something else in the system that he's trying to come off of. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, for those of you who just hear what you want to hear, we're just having a conversation, and we don't know why this man keeps getting sick. They didn't even say what the issue is with him now. It's just that he's ill. So we're just out here throwing things out there and what it could be. We're just having a conversation. But that being said, at the end of the day, and definitely the most important part of this conversation, is that I hope that he gets better. I really do. But I just feel bad. I feel bad for him if it's really something serious going on and they haven't pinpointed it. That's horrible. I have 4 sons. I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I went through something personal, man, with a sibling where you're getting told certain things and it wasn't correct. And then shit hits the fan. And then it's like, you got to get, evacuated, man, by a helicopter and all that, man, because stupid ass doctors didn't know what they were talking about. Fortunately, things worked out, but it was a rough 2 years. And then like 6 years after that is another little rough patch, and been on cruise control since. But what I'm getting at is these doctors aren't always right. But that's why I said you got to ask the why question 8-9 times, because you know your child. So for him, man, I really hope that it's nothing serious. But if it's the weight, move up. It's not worth it, man. Move up to 154. If it's any of the other things, man, if it's something medical, man, we hope it's not that. But if it's something else, man, that's within his control, he's just taking it to the stupid, doing stuff that he shouldn't. But then, bad on him. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to get his stuff together. But that being said, man, good luck to him. But Stanionis, I feel bad for him. That man has been inactive. Horrible what they're doing to Stanionis. This is horrible, horrible. He should sue somebody. You know how much money he's missed out on? Horrible. But that being said, y'all keep cool, man. I'm in the breeze.